Hi guys, happy Monday. It's Jennifer with One Crafty Sister and I'm excited to come for some quick Monday night crafting. I'm not going to take up too much of your time tonight um, because I have some other things that have to get done tonight as well. So give me a little hello or let me know when you're here. I'm going to go ahead and share this to my Facebook group. So if you're here, drop me a hello. Let me know how your Monday was. Mondays can be a struggle for some. I know it was very busy at my office today in a weird kind of way. So that seems to be the norm lately. So let's see, let's share this to a group. If you guys don't already know, I have a VIP group. It's called One Crafty Sister VI Peeps. So if you're my customer and you aren't on that page, you should join that group. Okay, I shared. It takes a minute for everything to catch up. So I see a couple of eyes there. So I know someone is there. Oh, hey, Audra. All right, so people are tuning in. Audra loves being a VIP. She's a VIP. She's my sister and a VIP. So that makes her a super duper double VIP. Anyway, it's Monday, and I had a wonderful weekend. I have to share with you guys. I don't know if not everyone that's on may have been part of my online workshop this weekend, but it was really fun. I tried some different things, and we actually did like a full 3-day interactive Facebook workshop and had some live stamping on Saturday. And we made this. This was the project that I shared with everyone. I made, not we, but I made this adorable little mini pizza box. This is one of our new products in the new annual catalog, and we're using some of this In Good Taste Designer Series paper, which is my favorite, and this is the Tasteful Touch. It features the Tasteful Touches stamp set. And in here are 5 of the cutest note cards. I'll just show you really quick. This one is my favorite because I'm a sucker for wood textured paper, and also this embossing folder. Here was the second one using some more of that paper, but it's like a stone wall or a tile. Just stamps, ink and paper, and a die cut. Cute. And these are all note cards. Here's another one. Super cute. And then the last one featured some feathers from that stamp set. So 5 cute note cards that all fit perfectly in this mini paper pumpkin box. So if you like to give out little gifts of note cards, this is an adorable way to put them together. And all I did was put some designer series paper and a couple labels on the top, some really simple stamp in there, and a couple sparkly rhinestones and a bow, and that was all it. So we had a lot of fun interacting all weekend long. And one of the cards that I shared this weekend, I didn't actually stamp it, but I shared it this weekend, is a card that I made for a swap recently. And it's featuring one of my favorite, a sentiment from one of my favorite new stamp sets that's called Ridiculously Awesome. And if you haven't seen that stamp set, I'm going to tell you what page it is in the catalog, because you need this stamp set. It is on page 90. So here it is on page 90. And so this stamp set has great like chalkboard art kind of fonts. And I love it for a couple different reasons. Number one, I love it because it has all of these great big sentiments on here. But I also love it because my friend Rhonda helped design it, and that was her $1 million stamp set. So I'm happy to be able to call her a friend. And but those big sentiments are great kind of centerpieces on your cards. So I loved, though, this super simple layout, and I wanted to show you how you could use this layout when you're in a pinch. So are you ever in a pinch? Like, man, I want to make a new card, and I don't know where to start, and I don't have a lot of time to, like, sometimes I have to seriously like search Pinterest and look at other people's cards just to get inspired because whatever reason, like maybe it's just been hectic and my brain's not there. But sometimes I love a card and it's so simple and I love this layout. And I thought, what I need to do is take this card and show you guys how to take a card that you love and then turn it into another card, just doing what we call casing it. So casing it in the demonstrator world means copy and share everything. Basically, that means if you copy someone else's card, share and give credit to them. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to case my own card, so I don't really have to give credit to myself, but I wanted to show you guys how you can take the same measured products and then turn it into a different card. So I'm going to flip you guys down to my table. So here is that card, and what you need to do a card like this is a card base. Okay, now on this one I have it on a 4¼ by 11 because this one I wanted to stand up like that. This one I'm going to do with a 5½ by 8½ scored in the middle. Okay, so just starting off with my card base in a different orientation, you're going to need some type of cardstock for this, matching this green layer, and that is 4½ by 3¼ okay. And so I have that. So this is a Bumblebee is my card base here. I need to get my bone folder and give it a good burnish there. So this is Bumblebee that I'm using for my card base there. And then I've got a piece of Night of Navy, and that's again at the 4½ by 3¼ okay. So the next thing on this card, I have a piece of designer series paper that's 3 by 3. I'm going to do something slightly different because remember, I'm just using this as my jumping off point because I'm in a pinch and I need to design a new card, but I'm not sure where to start. So I've got a 3 by 3 piece of Whisper White cardstock, so that's the same size. What's great about this layout is if you're trying to get the most out of your pretty designer series papers, you can get a bunch of 3 by 3s out of a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. So if this is a great layout for a Christmas card because you can have like the same print on a bunch of cards, or any other projects that you're making multiples of. Okay, so that's 3 by 3. I've also got, because I'm in love with the tasteful labels that go with the In Good Taste suite, and I just keep using them and the paper. So I've got a piece of this lighter colored wood grain. It's actually on the back of the paper in the In Good Taste paper, this one that looks like a cozy little sweater. Okay, so that's the one, and I went ahead and cut it out using my favorite die cut from there. I've got a piece of paper that I'm going to use. This is a piece of thick Whisper White. I'm going to use it for my sentiment that I am going to punch out with the everyday label. Everyday? Yeah, isn't that what that's called? The everyday label. So I'm going to punch it out with this to layer it. And I've got a couple ribbons over here. I haven't made this card yet. I'm totally, like, I pulled the items out that I thought would go together, and I'm making it with you guys on the fly. So I also pulled out a couple ribbons because I wasn't sure what I wanted. So I've got the Bumblebee, the new Bumblebee in color ribbon, which is a nice cotton ribbon. See here, nice ribbon. And then I've also got the, what do we call this? The denim ribbon, which I love that, and it's a super fun one. So I may use that. We'll just see when I get to the point of where I think I'm going to put the ribbon. And then I've got my Night of Navy and my Bumblebee ink to use. And I am using the Celebrate Sunflowers stamp set. So I actually haven't used the stamp set at all before now. I did do a card with some of the die cuts. I've used the die cuts, but I haven't used it. So I've actually got 3 stamps out here. So I'm going to use the big sunflower, the little sunflower, and I'm also going to use this sentiment. Congratulations on reaching a whole new level of wonderful. So that is what I'm going to stamp for the sentiment. And then I do also have some of our holiday in color rhinestones, because I have several of them here, because these gold rhinestones might be just what I need, or even these blue ones. So we'll see when I get to it. I just like to put bling on cards, so we'll see if I use it or not. Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to do some stamping off. So I wanted to have a little grid paper here to stamp off, because I have an idea. So I don't know if you can see on this card, but I speckled with my Stampin' Write marker the white card base, okay? And I wanted to put something of some detail on this card. So what I thought I would do is take this smaller sunflower and actually do some stamped off stamps around the edge to get a little bit of detail. So I'm going to start with that. And I'm not sure how much I need to stamp off, so I'm going to test it kind of in the middle just to see, because we're going to cover that piece up. All right, so that's too light, so we just need stamp off once. Okay. So I just want to get some random pieces. Oh, Hannah said, have I ever thought about braiding ribbon? I have braided ribbon. Don't know if I'm up to braiding ribbon tonight, but that's a great idea. And when you can't choose, that could be a fun way of using both of them. So I'm just working my way around to get some edge texture. I'm not really paying a lot of attention to where I'm going, because I'm just trying to kind of fill up the edge space, because I think that will look pretty. Okay, we will see, because like I said, I did not do this ahead of time. Okay, so that part is done. I have the 3x3 piece here, and I'm going to also stamp that in the bumblebee. Let's just test this stamp out once first, since I haven't stamped it yet. Oh, look at that. That is so dang pretty. That is a gorgeous stamp. All right, so it is bigger than my little square here, but that's okay, because I'm actually going to cover up part of it. So let me get you better in view. So I plan on stamping to where the bottom right part is off the paper. And that's okay, because I'm going to use that section for my sentiment. Okay. So there, look how pretty that is, guys. Oh my goodness. It is so pretty and so much perfect detail. I mean, for real, have you ever seen? It's so gorgeous. Wow. I'm going to use this stamp more. I can promise you that. Hi, Janet. All right. So remember, we've got our piece of Night of Navy that's 4.5 by 3 1/4. So I am going to go ahead and, you know, I'm not sure which way I'm going to do this yet. I have a feeling I'm going to do a different orientation, so I think I'm going to do it like this. Yes. Okay, let me get this out of the way. I'm going to do it a different orientation because just to show you, you can use the same card layout to really get a completely, totally different look. And when you're really stressed for time or ideas, then this is a great way to kind of get a quick card going. All right, so I've got that. Now remember, I had this piece, and I have a piece of Whisper White for my sentiment, and I'm going to use the Night of Navy for my sentiment. Stamp that. Cut that out with the punch. To re-ink that ink pad. Okay. All right. So I chose this paper because it actually does have a little bit of yellow in it. And so that's why I wanted to use this one. So I'm just trying to figure out which way. All right. I know I'm going to need some dimensionals, and I know I want to pop this up on dimensionals. But I feel like because this is lighter and this is lighter that I want to use that denim, okay? So I think I'm going to use the denim on here. So I'm going to actually put this down flat. And I'm using our new Seal Plus. I know that Stampin' Up! Recommended that we could use Seal for our regular card making. But in Florida, I'm still concerned about the heat and humidity, so I am using Seal Plus right now. I'm testing out both of them to see what is going to work best in our ridiculous humidity. And I'm going to get this ready here. Okay, I think I'm going to, trying to decide if I want that one popped up for what I want to do. All right, I think I am going to put this on dimensionals. So I talk to myself when I craft, so if I'm doing something on the fly like I am here today, you will hear me talk it out because I'm not sure. All right. What I want to see is, do I want to put my ribbon over that? Okay, I have an idea. I am going to wrap my ribbon, and I just want a piece of it under, okay? And but I want it to go all the way around my card. So sometimes when I have a piece like this, I just use a piece of tape because I'm going to cover it. It's just an easy peasy, I'm going to set there, way to secure it into place. Oops. I think before I put it down, let me make sure that's where I want it. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. I don't want it to come apart, so I'm going to use 2 little pieces. If anyone's ever got a present from me, you know I love my tape. I like things to stay together. I don't like them to fall apart. So I tape every part of my paper down for real because I don't want to lose it. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to put this in place. And get the sentiment on here, and then I'm going to add a bow. little over. Almost, no, I want it right there. Okay. So we're using the sunflower more as just like a background texture instead of, it's still a main focus because it's kind of big, you know? So we're going to do that. And I like that the shape of this punch is in line with the ribbon. For me, I really like lines. And then I am going to tie a bow. To go on here because I love a pretty bow. Gotta fuss with it a little until it gets to where I want it. All right. Oh, I need a little shorter. It's a little too voluminous. Sometimes you gotta take it down a notch. Mainly so it'll fit in an envelope. Okay, so I seriously, earlier this weekend, am still not found a whole roll of dimensionals. Somewhere in my craft room right now, I cannot find, or glue dots. So I'm going to use my leftover paper pumpkin glue dots because they all need to be used anyway. Just put some extra ones on here. I'm going to stick this ribbon down. I want it to go right there. It's still a little long, but it will do. All right. And then I think, let's see here. I'm going to put some of these or maybe just it needs one, right? All right, I have an idea. I think I'm going to do one of these big blue ones. Actually, do I have? This one has less on it. Let's take from this. You got to get strategic about how you take your gems off. I'm going to put one there because remember I told you I'm kind of a like in the line girl. Just a little, not OCD really, but I just like order. Okay, hold on. Let's just bling it all up. All right. So I went with 5 instead of 3. So then I really just need to do something on the inside. But that is how you can take the layout of one card when you need to be inspired. Let's bring you in a little closer. So I've got the layout. This is the card I started with. And this uses basically the same supplies. The only addition is, you know, I have this punched out instead of embossing on there. But there, whoops, is the card. So quick, right? So quick as a way to take and go from one card to the next. And really, I really like this card. Turned out pretty cute. So I'm going to have to pick someone special to send this to. Yeah, I think I have someone in mind. So if you are not on my email list, you will want to join my email list. So in the link in the video description, I've got a couple links. Of course, I've always got my link to my website and the current month's host code so that you can shop and get in your order using this month's host code. But I've also got a link to join my email list. And the reason you want to do that is because I announce all my classes and events first on my email list. So make sure that you click that link and join my email list so that you can get the information that's going to be coming out real soon on my is this June, July, July activities and events. We've got some online events that you're going to want to take part in, and maybe even a in-person event. So I have a couple of in-person events that I'm working out some details for. One is going to be my annual BOGO sale. I will be doing it either at a different location, or we might be doing an outdoor under tents kind of thing in my backyard. So I'm not quite sure that I'm ready to allow people to come into my home, but with safety and social distancing, I think that we can still have some fun together. So make sure that you join my email list so that you can get noticed about what's coming up before anyone else. So again, here's what we started with tonight. A card that I created for a swap. And then this is what we came up with using the same basic layout. And you could do this in so many different ways with different papers, designer series papers, different. You don't have to use the same label shape here. You can use whatever you have on hand. So it's a great way to come up with ideas for new cards when you're in a pinch or in a slump or need to do it really, really quick. So I hope you enjoyed that tonight. That little tip for using what you have on hand to come up with a new idea. And I look forward to seeing you guys all subscribed to my email list. And then also I look forward to stamping with you next Monday. So if you're watching the replay, please let me know by dropping me a comment. And I hope you guys enjoyed Monday Night Crafting with One Crafty Sister. Have a great night, guys. Bye.